There is literally so much CS news going down right now. I could triple upload if I wanted to, but it's been a while since the good old double upload. Welcome back, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this morning's video, and now we're back at it for a second time around. We have some big topics to talk about, including the NiKo / Falcons choke. We have mentioned this, and I'm sure we'll mention it not only in the past, but probably in the coming weeks and months, as that is usually the narrative around someone like NiKo. I say that unfortunately, given his past, but of course, the discussion is now re-amplified about NiKo and the majors, and talking about being at 15 majors, the elusive major win, who he has still not pocketed himself. And with this last one versus MIBR, I played that round already before for you guys. We all know the round, right? The 3v5 at this major that sent Falcons ultimately home. It was mind-blowing, and that just adds to this crazy headline: is NiKo the biggest choker at the major? Someone like Maui Snake is also added to that, which he added to it by just calling him the biggest choker at the major. And if you look back to, obviously, with FaZe, the Boston major, which ultimately saved NA. So I thank NiKo for that, because without him, we would never have anything to really talk about when it comes to North American Counter-Strike and the all-time greats for majors out there. And then, of course, the G2 moment of the Miss Deagle. We all remember these moments. And now with this, the Falcons MIBR major choke, which, albeit, it's not like they were really close to the major, right? Falcons in this form was never going to win the major. We expected them to make a playoff run. I think everybody did, if not make a grand finals. However, the bracket laid out, having Falcons against Vitality, I think that was probably the most presumed grand finals, but they didn't really get too close before the choking did start. It does still add to that storyline of this misfortune that has plagued NiKo. And for me, I don't know about you guys. I know the Counter-Strike scene is amazing for a lot of reasons, and it's very critical for a lot of other reasons. For me personally, the way that I watch Counter-Strike and am fans of players out there, I think it's really unfortunate. It sucks, the headlines that are often attached to NiKo. Like, yes, he has not been successful at majors, but I'm like, the dude is qualified for 15 majors. Yes, he has had some big major chokes, and so too have his teams at these majors, but he's still been there 15 times and made some pretty stellar runs, and he's not done yet. And again, I don't know about you guys, but I would love to see him get one. I really would love that. So one of the all-time greats doesn't have the always attached headline of, but he couldn't get a major. So what do you guys think about the Falcons choke throughout this? Because it wasn't just NiKo. Yes, he certainly had some poor map performances, but when it comes down to that ultimate round, which forced another overtime, that's not solely on NiKo either. But it is just wild to see. Like, that is the kind of the double-edged sword of Counter-Strike. When you are one of the greats and you have such high expectations and you are such a notable player like is NiKo, people expect so much from you, and when you don't get that, all the headlines right away, all the pictures, all the headlines go right to him. It has to be so difficult to deal with that pressure every time, and every major you now go to, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, now especially onward with the Falcons roster, if they do get cked, the pressure is only going to be mounting because he knows what the headlines will be. So what do you guys think about NiKo and Falcons choke? But also, thanks to our major coverage partner, that being Skin Club. I'm running a giveaway with them for all of you guys who are wondering. This will be rolled in less than a week. All you guys have to do is use my link down below and deposit any amount of money on their site. If you don't want to, that's a-okay. Make sure to just leave a comment down below. What are you guys feeling about CS news? But thanks to them for reaching out, and they will be with us, hopefully, for the rest of this CS major coverage. It's a $300 Bowie knife lore we're giving away, so a nice little knife. If you guys want that, it will be linked down below, and thanks again to Skin Club. And whoever made this comment about NiKo, that is fricked up, man. Reddit is super creative. That's fricked up. That's funny, but wrong, man. But the news does not stop, okay? As it's now Olofmeister, our legend, our savior out there, one of the many who have now gone to streaming, and I think it's awesome. All the streamers out there now watching this major, and someone like Olofmeister not holding back on stream, as he has now called out Valve for the cheating issue in CS2. Have you guys experienced this? Do you think it's worse than people are projecting? Do you think it's not as bad as people are projecting? But Olofmeister did not hold back, as he says it's infested. And he said over and over, cheater after cheater after cheater, do something, Valve.
Level 3.
Bro, it's no way I'm doing that shit again.
Bro, they know who I was as well, man. Fuck that shit. It's just fucking dog. Premier's dog. We're gonna lose so many new players because it's just cheaters, bro. If I get into a new game, let's say I go to, I don't know, PUBG, Valorant, COD, whatever, man, and I just face cheater after cheater after cheater after cheater, man. What's the point? What's the freaking point? Whatever, man. Valve, do something, man. Fucking do something.
I mean, we got the legend Olaf just disconnecting from matches saying, nope, I'm not going to deal with this. And I tend to believe a guy like this, although we have heard that usually it's in the higher ranks that are plagued with cheaters. And I can't really speak to that because I'm a low rank motherfricker. But Olofmeister, when any big streamer and pro players out there are calling out Valve, is this an issue? And he did not hold back, which you got to respect. It's been a while since during this major we've actually covered some general Counter-Strike news. It's all been tied to the major, pertaining to the major, and not so much the game. So Olofmeister says, Valve, you must fix your cheating issue. An issue which, by the way, is plaguing almost every FPS game right now, except for maybe one of the CS competitors out there, that being Valorant. You got to give credit where it's due. Their anti-cheat is one of the best in the industry, and Counter-Strike, it has one of the worst. And one last story for all of you guys. I wanted to wait to hold on to this one because this one could have bit S1mple back on the butt so heavily, and I don't really like the way I phrased that, but it's just the words that came out of my mouth. As he had actually taken a telegram ahead of the MIBR matchup, and I don't know what you guys felt about this series, but the way that MIBR took down Falcons, there were blunders on both sides, but their aggressive nature throughout that, it was scary. And you take down a Falcons who was a top 5 team in the world and a contender for this major title, you know, a contender. I say contender because any team besides Vitality is a contender. I wouldn't say it's very likely, but they're certainly one of the top teams at this major. And so to MIBR to take them down, I was thinking anything was possible versus FaZe. And so for S1mple ahead of time to know that and be like, yo, just so you guys know, if we get screwed over here, if we get effed, you guys can blame me. That's all you gotta do. Don't blame the team, just blame me. But our opponents are screwed. And I think he actually used our opponents are effed. But that's just so bold and awesome to see that he said that and then lived up to it. And now we have FaZe continuing on to the stage 3 run. I just thought, like, speaking of headlines and a guy like NiKo, right? If NiKo went on to Telegram and said, if I choke this, you guys can blame me, but our opponents are screwed, and they go on to lose. Like someone like S1mple, he says that, headlines are bound to come back to him, and he had the confidence in FaZe to say, hey, we deserve to be in stage 3, and they followed through. I thought that was impressive, and this S1mple story arc, I really am starting to enjoy. And in case you guys missed it, S1mple's also giving a lot more credit to the South American and Asian teams. I know we've talked about this the last couple of videos. Pistols have been very strong for a while now in CS. They have shown themselves up in this major, and the clutch rounds, the 1vx's, people and teams with number disadvantages actually winning rounds, sometimes on ecos or pistols, has been insane. And so he's giving that credit to teams showing up and really raising the bar of other regions who have not really raised the bar in some time. So I thought that was very cool. But until next time, please take care of yourselves. I might do a triple upload. I think that's maybe too much CS news for one day, but I have enough in the bank to do a triple upload, or I'll see you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. before stage 3 matches kick off, and I'll do the upload then. What do you guys want? You want triple upload? You want a morning upload? You let me know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how much freaking coffee I go through today, all right? Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching. Toodaloo.